Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Truder, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Well, last time, the Landsmeet may have gone a bit, not entirely to plan, insofar as one of the two options for King ended up being beheaded, and we splashed his daughter, who was also Queen, with the blood. That was maybe arguably a bit unnecessary. But, I'm going to call it a complete win, because me and Alistair are now engaged. He's going to be king, I'm going to be queen, it's going to be magnificent. And the only thing standing between me and a happy ending is some bloody dragon somewhere, so let's go stab that bastard. Okay, I've made it to Redcliffe Village. I'm guessing things aren't going so well here, because I'm seeing a lot of corpses, a lot of things on fire, and a lot of bloody red. So, okay, I'm guessing I didn't beat the Darkspawn here.
It's you, the Grey Warden. Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me.
It has not been a good few weeks for the village of Redcliffe. First the undead, now this nonsense. So, right, how late am I, by the way?
Just a few hours ago. Not that long after everyone was evacuated to the castle. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived.
Okay, so... Right. Is the Archdemon here, by the way? Because, I'm gonna be honest, saving you, nice little bonus, but primary job of me and Alistair, kill the Archdemon, because if we do that, we've kinda won.
I didn't see anything that I'd call an Archdemon. Isn't that supposed to be a big dragon? No, nothing like that. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Okay, so this is just the warm-up. Gotcha. Let's go find ourselves some monsters to kill, though. Oh. Okay, yeah, I see them. I see the problem. Morrigan, you need to be not where you are, actually. Just get you round to the... Morrigan. Let's just... Oh, wow, they went down fast. I'm guessing that these guys are like the super weak types you can just cut through to make yourself feel like a badass. So, Morrigan, don't let him do his thing. And Donnie got his thing off. Okay, well, shatter him anyway. It's all absolutely... Oh, bloody hell, that does do some damage. Okay, maybe just do a little bit of healing in a second. Everything is fine. Just start going for him. Lovely. And everybody just start cutting him down. Yes, these are just like little minions or something. At this point, they're just going down nice and easy just to make us feel stupid badass as we just cut through them. So, okay. Let's start cutting them down, and do not forget, if we need to, there is a secret passage to the castle in this windmill. We've used it before, we can use it again. Right, last few go down. The village would appear to be Alistair. Okay, he'll be fine in a sec. He's just a bit paralyzed. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so right now, most enemies are garbage tier, but the odd yellow one is, yeah, still a bit dangerous. So, watch yourself. Basically, just, yeah, keep your eyes out for the enemies that are actually enemies. You know, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have actually bothered helping the village. Like, that is not my job. If a few people die in the village, kinda doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. What's more important is I stay focused on dragon assassinating. And, okay, we got lots of trouble floating around here. Morrigan, would you like to maybe, by any chance, do something about all of that? Because I suspect you would. So, okay, just lay down the blizzard. Everybody else, just stay where you are, because they haven't actually spotted me yet. And, okay, so I've just set up a blizzard between me and them. But at the bare minimum, I've just killed, like, half of them instantly. So now we have to run into the blizzard, which is... Well, this is embarrassing all round. Dear oh flipping dear. Right, Morrigan, you made the blizzard too good, Morrigan. And, oh, this... And now I'm trapped in the... Well, this is all gone. Shale, they might be, yes, insignificantly weak. If you can quake them, that'd be great. Unfortunately, Morrigan is just out of the fight for the time being. Because, okay, Shale's just going to kill everybody. Just stop punching. Yeah, they're nothing. Morrigan is... Uh-oh. Okay, John, would you like to maybe... John is also mass paralyzed in a storm. Okay, so I have very firmly played myself right here. This is all incredibly embarrassing. Can someone just deal with this bastard, if you'd be so kind? And okay, just somebody save John, because John's still paralyzed for the time being. John, do a potion. Right, I don't know what's going... Oh, bloody hell, there's more of them. Okay, we need to do this without a mage at this point, but they are going down in one hit even on hard mode, so... Or two hits on occasion. Are we okay? Are there more? Or are we okay at this point? Okay, so Morrigan just stays here. It's all under control, and I'm seeing none behind, more ahead. John's just going to assist, because John's very good at just stabbing people in the arse. Well done. And... okay, something's going on over there. Don't know what it is, but it's nasty looking. So, oh, blimey, that's... okay, there's some form of evil poison gas. Don't really know what's going on with that, but there's... oh! There was an alpha here. Alright, toss dirt in its eyes, and now kick it in the balls. And some things never stop being funny. So just go, bleeding, damage, screw you. John can deal with this, no trouble. And off goes your head. Spectacular. Right. Are we okay? Aside from Morrigan, who will be okay in a second. Dear, oh flippin' dear. Right, okay. Things are going to start getting frantic round here. Just be aware of that. Don't charge forward. Stay aware of your surroundings. Oh, we've got an ogre, which is really unfortunate, because as I say, we haven't actually got a mage right now, and that makes ogres way more manageable. Just go in with the slam, and then as soon as you've done this, right, Alistair, you go take it on. John, your job is to stay round the back of it as far as you can, and obviously it's coming for me. Okay, toss dirt in its eyes, and boom! That actually cocky worked. Amazing. Then, okay, are we actually alright for the time being? We are for now. Go for killing blow, because why not? I swear it's about to go into something bad, actually. Yeah, mark of death it. Boom! And big attack honestly didn't do much, and now just start finishing it off. And, okay, it's now the time to try out momentum. It might be, you know, so momentum, and now just start attacking. So go, and keep going. John, your job is to keep punching it, just... John, where the cock is he going? Okay, well, this is just embarrassing for me that he decided he'd rather... oh, that is a lot faster. That is dumb levels of fast. I'm not going to deny that's crazy good. And it's honestly not using that much stamina. Okay, I don't know why it's ever... oh, there we go. Okay, you know what? Now we can do a badass kill scene. Because, well, Morrigan is still unconscious. We should go take care of her, actually.
My lady, you're here. Thank goodness.
Okay, that's great. Again, my mage is possibly dead. We should sort that out. So, yes, where's Eamon? Because things are getting a bit, messy. Fast.
He's inside with Riordan of the Grey Wardens, who arrived this morning just ahead of the Darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked.
Okay, I like this Riordan guy. He seems very cool. So... I must prepare. Take me inside. Yes. Okay. He's just here, is he?
I don't rightly know. Things happened so fast, I only know he was scouting in the south before he arrived.
Okay. Could I just loot the corpses for a second?
There might be stragglers, but you seem to have taken care of most of them out here. That's rather remarkable, really.
Look, I just want to check corpses, and Morrigan is... not doing it so hot right there. Gaping wounds. Right, let's just sort that out nice and fast. Okay, for now we're going to leave momentum on, because it would appear to just be eating, yeah, a portion of my stamina. I don't have a huge amount full stop, just because, yeah, there was the slight issue with me not having a huge amount of willpower. But, okay. That would appear to be everything, as far as I can see. Let's go inside.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The Darkspawn that attacked Threadcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
What? Are we sure about that? I mean, if that's true.
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Okay, so I've been lured here by a small diversionary party, haven't I? Oh dear. Right, the Archdemons played us.
The Darkspawn line is wide, and many of them roam away from the main Horde. Until now, most of them have been spotted here in the west.
Not to mention that we've been too busy killing each other to pay much attention to some silly old Darkspawn horde.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Maker preserve us.
But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
Okay, so, we've got a dragon, and despite what that idiot says, this is good news. Because if the dragon was smart, it would just, you know, hang around underground. Because if it doesn't die, Blight continues forever, because it can't be stopped. But if he shows himself, we can kill him. Better and flipping better. And yes, indeed, I am cunning, and I do know the Archdemon's what's important. Kill that, Blight over. Possibly. I'm not actually 100% sure on the mechanics of whether, like, all the other Darkspawn die, or retreat, or just keep going, but, like, there's no new ones coming. I'm not sure, but let's just kill the Archdemon anyway.
And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Al-Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance.
Okay, Alistair's doing some good king stuff right there. Magnificent. And yes, indeed. Let's get into specifics here. How precisely do Grey Wardens kill an Archdemon? Do we just stab it? Or is there more to it?
I was wondering that myself.
Then you don't know. Of course not. You're both new recruits Duncan wouldn't have expected.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Perhaps you and Alistair should meet me before you retire for the evening. There are things we need to speak of.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
Okay, I'm slightly worried there's going to be another twist. 'Cause... oh. Does somebody have to die by any chance? Like, the only way to kill an Archdemon is a Grey Warden gives their life. And if that is the case, then... if I die, then Alistair doesn't have his wife. And if Alistair dies, I don't have my Alistair. Both unacceptable. So, I'm gonna be honest, Random or Legion, who was only introduced into the plot, like, 10 minutes ago. It's gonna be you.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men, or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no. House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. Didn't realize you were still up and about.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. My army's not sounding great. It sounds like the dwarves have just immediately descended into bickering and infighting, suggesting, oh, I really wish I had some golems right about now.
Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly. They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar. Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arsed thinking that got us into the mess after Endrin passed. It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
Okay, so some of them are just hanging back, hoping to be the last ones left alive. Mag-bloody-nificent. Golems wouldn't have done that. Golems would just be on the front line, being brilliant. Okay, Riordan. What's the nightmare dark twist you've got for me? Because, yes, as I say, I'm slightly worried one of us has to die. And I'm concerned about that because the obvious option would be you, person I don't know. So I'm guessing it's more complicated than that.
You're both here. Good. Please know I assumed you had already been told. Otherwise, I would have told you this when you freed me in Denerim. I'm sorry.
What is it? What are you apologizing for?
Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
Well, we can sense them, so we can find them, but, yes indeed, something to do with the taint.
The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
Ah. So we become the new host. And I'm guessing, yes, we can, like, destroy it if we die.
A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way.
Right, so as I say, apparently we can't specifically point fingers yet, but me and Alistair are both married. And, you know, important for the running of Ferelden, and you're just some guy, so I feel like it really ought to be you, yes.
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
Okay, so he kind of wants to sacrifice himself, which worries me. I'm guessing he's going to die early in the fight, meaning it's me or Alistair. Those are the only two options. So, I mean, we kind of just killed the other person who was ruling Ferelden, and, well, there is a Nora, but I don't really like or trust her, so... Right, I have to die. I don't get a happy ending with Alistair, do I? Oh, bloody hell, I just wanted to marry Alistair. Is that really so much to ask?
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
And, okay, we have also got Morrigan. I wasn't flirting with her. No, her affection is very high because of the whole Flemeth business, but this presumably isn't that, right?
I decided that it was time we spoke. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
Okay, I'm getting slightly evil vibes of that speech. It was delivered somewhat evilly, it must be said, so yes. I'm gonna be honest, Morrigan. I am a bit suspicious as to why you're only raising this now.
It was necessary that I wait and be sure. Now I am. Now we speak in private, where no others can hear. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
This sounds very good, and very tempting, and it would give me and Alistair that happy ending I want, but this is a video game, okay? And in a video game, when the protagonist is supposed to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, and they don't, they try and use a loophole, and she specifically said loophole, that's bad. So I'm not 100% sure that this is going to be... Yes, you know what? I'm going to be suspicious. Nothing comes without a price, Morrigan. There has to be some downside to this. It's too good to be true.
Perhaps. But that price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer. Nothing more.
Is Morrigan, like, secretly the villain of the game? Because I'm getting some real villain vibes here. Okay. Do it. Tell me what the plan is, but no bloody promises.
What I propose is this. Convince Alistair to lay with me, here tonight. And from this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
She wants to seduce my husband. That's... okay. So... I mean... if nobody dies, like, the child doesn't die, and also I don't die, and Alistair doesn't die, and we get our happy ending, and... okay, admittedly, the co-parenting arrangement might be a bit on the awkward side, given you and Alistair kind of hate each other a little bit, and just, in general, you know, demon dragon baby or something. Yeah, what's the state of the child, precisely?
Not at all. It will become something different. A child born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
This feels in some ways like potentially much more dangerous than an archdemon. Just Morrigan's going to naff off into the wastes and raise a god or something. And okay, this is weird. Yes, why not just Riordan?
Even if I thought Riordan could be convinced, he is unsuitable. I need one who has not been tainted for long. It must be him, and it must be tonight.
Oh, I meant for killing, not for sleeping with you. But yes, okay, that too, I suppose. Yes, precisely what are you planning to, do with said gods?
I do not wish to tell you.
Right. Come on, Morrigan. I think if you're going to be sleeping with my husband and messing with ancient god powers, I do deserve to know. I've helped you a lot.
The child will represent freedom. For an ancient power, a chance to be reborn apart from the taint. Is that not reason enough to do it? I will raise the child apart from the rest of society and teach it to respect that from which it came. Beyond that, you need know nothing else.
Okay, but Morrigan is also kind of cynical to the extent that she has routinely on several occasions said things to the effect of, oh, why are we helping so-and-so? That's not useful to me. Oh, I despise this. Oh, I hate you. She's not a very, respectful person to, like, others in general, and I feel like I'd prefer it if Alistair helped raise the baby. Like, maybe Alistair could have the god baby on weekends and vacations and every other week, because I just feel like he'd be a good influence. Plus, honestly, if King Alistair is hilarious, Alistair co-parenting a baby with Morrigan, that's an entire bloody sitcom right there. And Jess, you know what? That's fair. it's Alistair's kid too. What if he wants to see the tiny, tiny gods?
I have no doubt he may, but he will not. It is all I ask for in return.
Okay, also, will the child be evil?
Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was, and not the dark forces that corrupted it. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Make of that what you will.
I feel like, Morrigan's been planning this from the start, hasn't she? The reason she's hung around with the only Grey Wardens going. Possibly, this was Flemeth's plan all along. She was the one that rescued us, but when she died and Morrigan got the book, she learned the plan and decided to start doing it herself. I've got a really bad feeling about this, but it's better than people dying for no reason. Honestly, I'm just kind of curious, like, where this is going to go. A tiny, tiny godling raised by Morrigan with, possibly, if we're lucky, the odd weekend with Alistair. So, okay. I mean, I guess we're doing this.
Then you have decided?
There is the slight issue, though, which is, Alistair needs to agree to it, because he's kind of important, and I'm not, appropriately, equipped to, impregnate you, unfortunately.
If you care for him as you seem to, you will convince him to. Consider what the alternative might be. Do you think Alistair will fail to do his duty as the future king and save his country? And if you take the blow instead, he loses the woman he loves. How do you think he would feel about that? I think you have many good reasons to tell him to save his own life. I think you should consider them carefully.
Oh, this has definitely got some real villain vibes coming off it, but... okay, I'll go and chat to Alistair, sure.
A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Alistair. I urge you to be convincing.
And I urge you to be nicer to him, okay? He's not going to be happy to go along with this if you keep being bloody mean and sarky to him all the bloody time. Okay, Alistair, I know we only got engaged, like, today, but, I've got a really, really, really odd favour to ask.
I see you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me... ooh, that was icy even for her. Is something up?
No, it turns out that's her sexy look. Sorry you couldn't, recognise it. So, Alistair, we need to talk, and this is going to get weird. Fast.
Oh. I guess whatever Morrigan had to say, it's big. This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the bad news. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it.
And, yes, I need you to, do something that you won't like. Though, I mean, in theory, there's nothing to say I couldn't get involved too, so that it wasn't like, a weird private thing with Alistair and Morrigan. I could be around. It could be, a fun little group bonding exercise for the three of us. So, yes, let's start with the carrot in more ways than one, potentially.
You mean with the Archdemon, right? If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about? So,
what I need you to do is... oh, he's actually... right, yes, this is going to be even harder for him, isn't it? Pun not intended. He's, yes, a virgin, and didn't really take advantage of the fact that I was offering myself on a plate with some caramelized onions scattered across my generous torso. Because, yes, he really believes sex is an important thing between people who know and respect each other really, really well, and he doesn't want to rush into it. And I'm now asking him to rush into it, like, round the corner, like, right now. So... okay. Let's just, very slowly introduce this, step by step. So, there's a magic ritual, and magic's fine, that's not bad. Blood magic is, but this isn't blood magic. It might be blood magic. Is this blood magic? I don't know. I'm bad at telling the different types apart, to be honest. But magic in general is fine. Like, you get healed by Morrigan constantly, and that's not evil. So let's start there.
Oh, something Morrigan cooked up, no doubt. What do you need me to do?
Okay, now that was a positive first step. And yeah, there's no way to put this nicely. So I just need you to head to her bedroom and do a bit of joining, if you know what I mean.
Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the Archdemon or sleep with Morrigan. How does someone make that kind of choice? You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
It's sex magic, and I don't really understand it, and she's not actually willing to fill me in on any of the details, so okay, it's absolutely fine. Like, ancient magic, yes, as I suspected, probably inherited from Flemeth via the book I gave her.
Well, that's reassuring. Wait, no it isn't. Look, even if I was willing to entertain this idea, and I'm not saying I am, is this really what you want me to do? Are you sure?
I mean, as I say, I'm happy to be there for emotional support, hold your hand, join in, whatever you find most comforting or fun, and okay. Alistair, buddy, my darling, my cinnamon roll, I need you to trust me on this one.
All right, I do trust you. I'll do it. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with before I change my mind.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great, this isn't a dream after all.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
And yes, indeed, we're going to be doing it, and probably the kindest thing to do is not explicitly mention the whole child thing. Because if Alistair's never going to see the child again, it might be better he just, doesn't know about it. So, let's do this. Bow chicka bow wow.
Oh, you know, dinner would have been nice. Maybe a bit of wine. Or you could knock me out first.
Tempting. Still, I am glad to see that it has been done. Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this quite so much as you believe.
Okay, the bare minimum. Me and Alistair could have, like, you know, done it first. That would have been nice. I feel like she's... Oh, bloody hell. Claire, get the hedgehogs. Okay, at this point, Morrigan is just queue jumping. This is unacceptable. Alistair, look less into this. Okay, he's looking pretty not into this. That's okay. That's a reasonable level of not into this, I suppose. Okay, Morrigan, we do not need to do the sensual caresses and crawling over him. That was unnecessary.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. This woman beside me is a native of Ferelden, risen to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. She is proof that glory is within reach of us all. She has survived despite the odds, and without her, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden, for the Grey Wardens!
I tell you what, he's got better at giving speeches. That wasn't actively terrible. Okay, I don't know whether that was going well or not, or whether that might have gone better or worse, depending on whether I'd given more or less resources to the various candidates and army members and whatnot. And, oh! Okay, everybody's shown up. That's nice, aside from the fact, oh, I don't have an army. And also have I leveled up? I might have leveled up. Okay, everybody with me, including Tabby. So, okay, I don't have a healer, which is a problem, but okay. So right now, these guys are nothing. We're dealing with basic little babies right now. And Riordan is orange, which is excellently good news. So, okay, right now we're just having a bit of fun. And we've also got Leliana summoning a bear over there just to help us out. Now, do I have to keep an eye on these individuals? And yes, just like in general. Okay, they're actually marked in white, not in like orange or anything. So we might want to watch them. They could actually be, yes, in trouble potentially. Leliana is surrounded, but okay, best option is take out these individuals. Take out the yellow ones. Just no. No. You'll be coming back over here, actually. And I feel like, yes, now's the time to just start spamming poison. So, Venom. And now just start doing triple. And then just normal attacks. And okay, it's possible that at this point, my normal attacks with momentum are faster than my flurry attack would be. Which would be very interesting, potentially. And was I just healed? Possibly I was just healed. Also, Morrigan's just doing her own thing over there. And Morrigan, seriously, just take it easy. You're literally expecting right now. So let's not go too crazy on the front line. And okay, my swords are doing something. I don't even know what anymore, but they're doing something. And Morrigan, stop YOLO charging into the flipping. Okay, it's all fine. Just take this out. What's affecting me right now? That's just Venom. Okay, Venom's never made that happen before, but okay, we're just gonna have to cut through them. Okay, we have infiltrated the city. Everyone calms down, and I get to level up, and it's a proper one too. So okay, cutting up to 50, absolutely. And at this point, what's even left? I wasn't impressed with Whirlwind, to be honest. Dual striking just means less crits, which is hardly brilliant. You know what? Day late and $1 short, I'm going to improve my lock picking. Why not? Also, I like how no one follows me, apart from the bear, because Leliana's just programmed to summon the bear, and the bear's just programmed to follow me. So everyone else is just standing around doing nothing. Tabby literally standing inside Sten there, magnificent. But no, the bear's following me around, that's lovely. So, okay, Riordan, do we have a plan, by the way?
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3 to 1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails.
Okay, so would you believe standard party of 4? Gotcha. And yes, that's pretty crucial. How do we make it land?
We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you.
I feel like, yes, if they're going to come and get me during the final fight, if I don't go and kill them now, killing them first has got to be the right call. So, do we have a location?
Neither of them are near Fort Draken currently, but there are too many Darkspawn here to tell you more. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Okay, I'd say pretty standard team, and you just said Alistair was supposed to come with me, but okay, apparently I could leave him behind, but whatever. Okay. Alistair and Morrigan, obviously. Final spots. Leliana or Shale. Or Win. It could be double mage. That would be a lot of healing right there, but maybe a bit flimsy. No, I like Shale. Me and Shale get on. We're friends. Me and Shale, yeah, that'll flip and do.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Oh, we're doing a flipping Mass Effect 2 suicide run style thing, so... Okay, Sten or Oghren. Okay, Oghren is a drunken berserker, he is not a leader, and Sten seems to view most other people with not at all disguised contempt. So that would be a bad call. Somebody else, please. And Leliana, Zevran, Win. I'm gonna be honest, there's no obvious candidate for leadership there. Win has a calmer head on her shoulders, and is experienced, but, is she a leader, a commander? She's never really had military experience. Zevran's an assassin. Leliana is a bard and also kind of an assassin, just a different kind. The sex assassin rather than the poison assassin. So, as dumb as it sounds, I'm going to go for Win. Because she is a calming voice who is experienced and I think will keep a cool head during the fight. I believe in her, damn it.
I shall do my best.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
So the Archdemon is next, is it? I would not have thought I would say this, but I am glad I am going with it. Perhaps we're not completely doomed.
Okay, so apparently we're doing emotional little final words with our companions. Now, admittedly, I'm now worried, because if we're doing a Mass Effect 2 suicide run, there are complicated mathematical things going on in the background of Mass Effect 2, depending on who you pick for Party A versus Party B. They've got hidden scores, and people can die. So, okay. Just got to hope I've made the right decisions now and previously. So, honestly, Golem's are pretty badass. Good to have you on the team, Shale.
I suppose it does mean it will have something to hide behind when the dragon breathes its flames, yes. Let us try to get through this without my being rendered into so many pulverized pebbles, yes? Or eaten by the dragon. It might give passing a stone all new meaning, but I don't want to be there for it. Oh well, enough talking. There is a burning city to invade, or something.
I love Shale. Shale's great. Oh my goodness, there's Tabby! I'm kind of sorry I haven't brought you with me, Tabby, but you have like 2 skill lines next to everyone else's 20. So, also like no armor piercing. You're just not very good, but I do love you. Don't worry, Tabs. I'll be back, okay?
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last.
Yeah, at long last, just a giant pile of enemies for you to murder. Me and you haven't always seen eye to eye, Sten, but I suspect you're going to do very well. So, thanks for the help, and have fun murdering a giant pile of Darkspawn, because I suspect your kill count is going to be the highest of everybody's.
I have done nothing. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
Okay, that was surprisingly nice.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. I wish I could go with you.
I do too, but unfortunately you keep drawing the aggro and then dying. Also, I'm sorry I dumped you for Alistair, but, you know, that relationship kind of makes me queen, and dating you doesn't. But it was fun. Alright, me and you had a lot of fun together before I fell for Alistair. So, I'm still very fond of you, Leliana. I'm sorry Alistair wasn't up for a threesome.
I respect your decision to keep me here, even though I would have gladly stood by your side even to the death. You have been a true friend, and I will be extremely cross with you if you don't return. Be careful out there. I will see you soon.
Okay, no hard feelings. That's nice.
Heading off to slay dragons without me, Fine, fine. Say hello to the Archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
Oh, Zevran. I do like Zev.
So we head into the city together. As it should be. Once this is done, no matter how it turns out, I will be gone. You are aware of this, yes?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, this is going to be a very awkward dragon slaying with me and my husband and the woman my husband just impregnated in order to create an ancient god baby or something. So, okay. At the bare minimum, would you stay for the party?
I do not think that would be wise. Allow me to say only one thing before we go. I knew nothing of friendship before we met. And I will always consider you such. Live well, my friend. Live gloriously. Now, let us see this finally done. The Archdemon awaits.
So, this could be it. Soon this will be finished. One way or another.
Okay, that was quite sweet from Morrigan there. That was nice, and neither of us are dying, Alistair, because I've set up this plan involving a demon baby. It's slightly mysterious, and I am not entirely trusting Morrigan to not show up as, like, the main antagonist of Dragon Age 2, but we'll have to bloody see, eh?
You put more faith in Morrigan than I would in your shoes. Just remember that her ritual doesn't protect us from getting squished by the Archdemon. So let's kick its ass.
And there we go. Oh, that was nice. Everyone just gets their little moment, and I even get to walk up a little parade of... Oh, BioWare. You will rather wait. Shale, why aren't you in the thing? I don't know why Shale's not in the line. You should be over here, Shale, and... Okay, everyone just falls in. Right, so, okay, hang on. Hang on. I know we've got, you know, an important charge forward to do. But before we do that, Alistair, you have some more hit points. That'd be great. And go on, take the passive death blow so you get some stamina back. Hardly crucial, but could be useful a little bit as time goes by. Morrigan, do we want you to have more mana or more damage? Probably more damage as we're swimming in potions to replenish mana. So just get that in play. And finally, yeah, let's go more hexes. Hexes are fun. Death hex. So every hit becomes a critical hit, which is a lot of bonus damage. I'm enjoying the hexes. And Shale, same deal. Just stay alive, please. And I'm completely out of everything to give you aside from that, which I will not choose, but whatever. And so I would say this is it. The army's been assembled, we've made it to Denerim, and Morrigan is cocking pregnant via my fiancé. So, yes, on that cocky bombshell, that's enough for now. The attack on the Darkspawn and the assassination of the Archdemon we will kick off with next week. Hopefully, you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Dragon Age Origins. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Now I kind of want to see if I can shoot something out of midair, so... And... It turns out I'm a genius at guns. Why is it beeping? What's beeping? Oh, my health, because I'm about to die. Everything's fine. You stay the flip down. I wasn't emotionally ready for any of this.